Hey, hello. I don't know why I had that pause there, but hello. Welcome back to another 20 Minutes Till Dawn video. It's me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully you are doing well. Today we are playing the third new weapon, and we're going to be playing it with Abby. It's going to be hopefully pretty cool and fun and good. We're playing the watering gun. Basically, the way this gun works is you have a weird little plant that rotates around you. You shoot the plant with the gun, and then as you can see, after getting hit 5 times, it shoots spores everywhere. That's the idea. That's the gist of it. It's really weird, and the damage that the spore does is based off of your summoning damage as well. There's a lot of different ways to build. We're gonna do a little bit of a weirder build today. We're actually gonna forego most summon buffs, and we're gonna go pretty much all in on fire rate and things like that. And it'll all make sense in a bit. Don't worry. But we're going to be playing... Oh, I don't know why I'm on Darkness 1 here. Hold on. Sorry, there we go. We're going to be playing on Darkness 15 here. We're going to be going to the... Oh, where do we want to go? Pumpkin Patch or Forest? I don't know. Let's go Pumpkin Patch. Let's show what this build can do. Because this is going to be a pretty weird one. It's based... The premise of this build is based on the evolution of the weapon. Now, as you can see, the watering gun itself, very short range, right? But the actual damage that the spores do, pretty substantial, right? Especially in the early game, they're going to be killing quite a bit. However, we're going to be focusing more on just the actual gun itself. Now, out of these perks, I said we're going to probably forego summons here, but I'll take an early dragon egg. I'll always take an early dragon egg for a lot of different builds. Oh, okay, and immediately breaking my shield. That's not great, but whatever. Yeah, we're going to be relying on these spores for quite a bit, though. And eventually we're going to transition to an actual, like, gun build. And that's because of what the evolutions this gun has are. Which I don't want to spoil yet. We'll wait till we actually get to it. Ooh, an immediate age dragon, too. If we can make it through the early game, we're going to be very strong. That's exciting. Now, Feed the Beast, if you're not familiar, it is a perk in the game that increases your summon damage by 1% for every, I want to say, is it every 10, every 15? Because I forget the exact number. But it increases your summon damage by 1% for every X amount of kills. The X is a very small number, so it does ramp up quite a bit. However, for a long time, it just didn't work at all. Out of these, I think I want Quick Hands. So for the longest time, it didn't work at all. Now it kind of works. Now Feed the Beast, it works specifically with summons only. So like this gun, the spores do not get the bonus, tragically. I know it's unfortunate, but that is just how it works. Out of these, probably want to take aim here. Would love to see sniper next. But yeah, and ideally too, what you're doing here with this weapon is you're trying to line up enemies and the spore together, so you're hitting them both with the shots from the gun because the shots pierce, and the spores from the flower. That's the idea, hopefully. It is easier said than done, but the gun itself can output some decent damage too. If you got guys that are, you know, close to you and you're worried about the spore not shooting them, you can just gun them down. You know, it's not a big issue. Now, out of these, give me an armed and ready here. Happy to have that. Now we listen. We took a very bold build here with the dragon egg age dragon, but it should be paying off soon. That egg only, you know, will hatch in a short while. Now here, this is a very easy double shot. Happy to have it. Absolutely. Basically, we're shooting twice as many spores now because the double shots are triggering it twice, which is very good news for us. And as you see, we also don't have very much spread, so you're getting, like, you know, pretty much double damage too if you're shooting at an enemy here. All in all, good stuff. Now this build can actually be played 2 different ways. Out of these options, I think I want split fire here. Would like to see Fusillade ASAP. So this like more gun focused water gun build can be played two different ways. We're going for, especially with the Dragon Egg, we're going for more of an on hit variant, but you can also do a bullet damage variant too. We'll talk about this more when we see the actual evolutions themselves. Also, you son of a bitch, how dare you hit me? Power shot here, love to see it. And the watering gun itself also has pretty high base damages. I think it's 20, right? Which again, as far as these sort of builds go, 20 base damage is pretty high to start with. So it's a good gun in and of itself. As you can see, if I shoot guys with it, they do die. And eventually we are going to spin, but you know how Abby works in the early game. You usually don't spin very often. So now we're shooting 4 shots per shot, which is very good news. I wanted sniper, but I'll take penetration here. Kill clip also a very good choice here. But now like every shot almost always fires off spores, as long as we're hitting them all. I think it's like, what is it? I mean, someone could do the math here, I'm sure, but it's like 1 out of every 5 shots doesn't trigger it, or something like that. 1 out of every 4, 1 out of every 5 shots doesn't trigger the spores at this point. Either way, we're making a lot of spores, is what I'm trying to say here, which is good. But eventually, it's not the goal. These all kind of suck. You can take Divine Blessing here for the no bloat, but I actually like the magnetism. The buff to magnetism itself isn't that useful, but the other buffs in the tree are actually pretty nice. So, and while I did skip Electromage before, I'm not opposed to never taking it. I'm not opposed to taking it at some point, is what I mean to say. But yeah. How are you guys enjoying the 1.0 release so far? I've mentioned it before a couple times, but it's more or less the same as the game was in the playtest. But that's still, you know, it's still a lot going on. A lot of exciting stuff here. A lot of new builds. New potential for new world record kill counts, things like that. Yeah. It's just cool. I'm gonna keep harping about it because it's something that I do, you know, on this channel focus on quite a bit, is getting high kill counts, right? Ooh. Listen, I'm not sleeping on Train Dragon, I promise you, but Fusillade here is just a better pick. Anyway, sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, so kill counts, right? The new tomes make the overall kill count potential higher, but I don't like how many they put in the game. I wish they had maybe, oh god damn it, you hit me and my shield in the same charge. That's actually kind of crazy. He's cracked. Sorry, I'm just gotta focus now because I'm almost dead. I am kind of killing it though as far as damage is concerned, so I'm not that worried. And the dragon's doing big damage too when he hits. Ooh, and we get Dragon Bond. Lovely. The extra 8 damage per shot there. It looks like, roughly. Maybe 6, I don't know. Either way. We get Tome of Power, Tome of Wind, or Tome of Vitality. I don't like Tome of Wind here very much. I don't like Tome of Power here very much either because of the fire rate reduction. I think I'm going to go for Tome of Vitality here because I'm not taking any dodge chance stuff, so just having some extra HP here will be not terrible. And if we see a Tome of Might later, I'll be happy I have this. I do wish some of the other tomes were maybe removed from the game, some of the older ones. Bullet Bounce Tome in general is pretty bad. There's only a few builds that can actually use it effectively. Tome of Summoning, the issue is that the summon bonus itself is good, but there's a lot of builds, also Train Dragon here easy. There's a lot of builds where the reload reduction, like the 50% reload, or I guess reload increase, I don't know what you want to call it exactly. The longer reloads end up being a net negative still, even in summon focused builds. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. I should be spinning maybe now too. Or maybe in the spin town at this point. I don't know. We don't want bloat here. So it's either Divine Blessing or Watch and Learn. I mean, I don't hate Divine Blessing, but I'm gonna take Kill Clip eventually, so I don't care that much for the reload speed increase. I think I will take Watch and Learn. I wonder if the tome of not the speed tome, whatever it is though, the tome of do more damage when you move faster. I wonder if that's actually really strong. I should play it more. Whenever I see it, I always skip it because it gives you the initial damage reduction, and I always, whenever I see it, I always have no move speed to begin with. That could overall be a pretty strong choice. I'm gonna take the Splinter here. Splinter has been nerfed, by the way, in general, but I think it's still probably a worthwhile pick here. Big Shot's also good. Don't get me wrong. But I think for this build, it's not what we want. Anyway. We're getting a little swarm, but the dragon's going to be doing great work for us here. Oh, someone did mention in the last video. I forget who it was. Someone mentioned in the last video that, I think you take Dark Arts here for Wither, actually, by the way. I'm thinking about Fanfire. Fanfire is not bad, but we already have Fusilade. We may eventually end up wanting mini clip for this build. But for now, I think we just take Dark Arts and be pretty happy about it. So anyway, sorry. Someone mentioned something along the lines of, in the last video with Raven and going more curse focused, that Dragon was kind of a bad choice because it would steal kills from you. And while this is correct, right, it does steal kills from you. In general, like, you still just want to kind of overall kill more. I don't think it was necessarily a bad pickup. I think you see an early Dragon Egg. I think the damage it gives you from just scaling is worth the damage you lose from it maybe stealing some curse kills from you. Personally. But, you know, that's you know, it's an interesting concept, right? And maybe they're right. I don't know. Depends on the build itself too. I think for that build, it's not a super high fire rate build, so maybe the percent bullet damage is just more important. I don't know. Either way, it's time for us to start spinning, I think, here. Ooh, and it's our evolutions. Okay, so here are the 3 evolutions for the watering gun. This is the one we're gonna take here, Jetstream, because you get a fire rate increase and it increases your bullet range. This is deceptive. It increases the bullet range by a lot. It's like probably 4 or 5 times farther bullet range, which is really important for us. The other option you have here is the power spray build, right? That's the other like non-summon focused one. And you can go magic spray too, which like has more of an elemental focus, right? Here's the thing. The game is not super obvious about what counts as an on-hit effect. I'm pretty sure that like Dragon Bond and Death Rounds don't count for this. So it's only like elemental effects, hence like the magic spray name. So it's not that useful if you ask me. It's not terrible, but for me, we're going Jetstream. That's the build we're going for here. And now we begin the spin. And you can see it's a drastic increase in range. And when we're spinning, we are killing. And it's pretty easy to trigger the next ethereal, and you kind of just, you know, keep going. You get an assassin, you love to see it. And we do have the split shots too as well. We need to keep in mind, so we can kind of like aim a little bit as well, as long as we could actually probably put these into the flower. And maybe it's the best use of our split shots here. Kind of debatable. I should be down at the bottom here collecting more experience. Hey, listen, I like Sniper. Mainly for the bullet speed more than anything, but I think we want to start working towards Death Rounds here. So I will take this. Oh, you know something I probably haven't mentioned at all, right? Death Rounds, if you didn't know, got buffed. It no longer gives you the minus to your HP, which is pretty cool. It was a fun little thing if you didn't know. Kind of crazy because it was already a really strong perk. But it got buffed. But I guess, you know, maybe for normal play it wasn't that good. I don't know. What do you take here? Rubber bullets I like just for the fire rate increase. I like Fanfire for potential for mini clip. Because mini clip is good because we have ethereal. I think I just want rubber bullets though for the fire rate increase. It's a hard one though either way. Okay, you know what I should just do? I should just be like a little bit closer so I can probably aim this a little bit better. Anyway. This is my watering gun build. This is it. It's basically it feels kind of lame is the wrong word for it, I guess. Also, definitely take the Pyromage here for Elemental Barrage. It's a little lame, right? Because it's like it takes this weapon that's supposed to be focused more on like shooting spores, and you just convert it into just like an SMG basically. But it's neat. It has infinite piercing, which is cool. At least I think it has infinite piercing. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain on that. It has infinite piercing. And I have already done a build for this basically exact same build before. But when I did this build last time, I didn't know this build existed. I didn't know what the evolutions for the gun was. So I kind of went in blind. Here I'm going in with like the intent of making this build to see how well it operates. So there's a little bit different too. But also, you know, there's a lot of people watching these videos because of the 1.0 release. So I do want to show off specifically new weapons and new builds and stuff like that. So if you have seen me play this before, hopefully you understand. It has to be done. Let's collect this XP up here. Ooh, a lot of good choices here. Only bad one here is Firestarter, probably. Trainer, I mean, we don't really care about Feed the Beast. Did I finish my train of thought before? Sorry. So Feed the Beast for a very long time has been bugged. If you want to see it, by the way, here it is, Feed the Beasts, right? This for an extremely long time was just bugged and didn't do anything. Now it specifically only buffs summons. So your summon damage stat doesn't get affected. So things like Bat Gun, things like, for some reason, this gun, the spores do not get buffed by Feed the Beast. It gets buffed by summon damage buffs in general. But this perk specifically does not buff their damage, which is very strange. I'm taking Gun Mastery here. It's just a good perk. It's solid. It should be a good thing for us. Oh, by the way, apologies. I did make a mistake. Someone pointed out in the video. Thank you, whoever it was as well in the last one. Soul Power also got changed. I mentioned how Soul Shield got changed and Soul Expand got changed, but Soul Link is the same. I thought Soul Power was also the same. I just didn't bother to read it for some reason, even though I knew these also got changed, which is dumb of me. Soul Power is also changed now. It now does a bonus equal to your current Soul Hearts. Which is pretty good. I'll take it here. Out of the options given, I like it. But yeah. Important to note. Just an important thing to note there. Anyway. So yeah, this gun does do pretty crazy damage. It's pretty much like a revolver that has base infinite pierce. And I think shoots a little bit faster on average, but I'm not sure about that one 100%. I should be spinning here, I think, now. We are at the 9-minute mark, the hardest point in the game. As you can see, having no actual real troubles. We are kind of killing it. Gotta shoot at the spore here with the back shots, preferably. Oh, and now the boss is here, so let's actually shoot the back shots at him instead. I think I'll take Fanfire now. I would take Miniclip if it showed up on this build because of Ethereal. This is pretty cool. Again, Feed the Beast doesn't actually affect the damage of our watering can. So, no thank you. Ooh, you're dead. Cool. Do I get... Yes, Make It Rain. Very good. We got, like, optimal perk ordering here, too, which is always nice with Abby. It's not super important, but it's just that one of her perks is just a complete and total dud. So it is nice when you do get the correct perks, I suppose. We are getting some Spirit Hearts. Just gotta not take damage now. And then eventually we'll get Soul Powered, and then we'll be unkillable. Ooh, Reaper Round's great get here. A fantastic get for us. Because now that gives us access to Death Rounds. Buffs from like 50 to 60 damage. Which is a crazy high DPS increase. How much is a dragon shot doing here? I can't tell. I'm trying to look. Looks like 200 damage-ish. So that means our shots are... They would normally be about 30 damage, but they're about 50 damage because of the dragon bond. So, for perspective, dragon, crazy good for this build as far as how much damage is adding. Definitely worth the bloat perks. By the way, I should mention. There's a concept in this game of bloat, right? Where there's a lot of perks in the game, and some of them are effectively worthless for your build, right? One thing to keep in mind is that once you take your first summon perk, it adds 2 more perk trees to the pool. So when you talk about any perk that you take when it's the first perk in the tree, adds 2 more perks to the pool. But summon perks specifically add 4 more perks to the pool, right? They add you know, the 2 branching perks off of it. So for example, Dragon Egg, that adds Age Dragon and Train Dragon to the pool. But it also adds Frenzy. Frenzy can't show up until you have at least 1 summon focus perk. So you need Dragon Egg, Ghost Friend, Magic Scythe, Magic Spear. I don't think Magic Lens counts, although Magic Lens I think is a summon. But anyway, that's an important thing there. I'm taking fresh clip here because I will take mini clip if it shows up at this point. But yeah, that's a little important thing if you didn't know. Keep that in mind for your builds. If you have a build that does not care about summons whatsoever, which there are some, keep in mind that taking something like Ghost Friend on a build that can't really use summons at all will be adding 4 perks to your pool of perks, creating a lot of bloat, right? Just a fun little MLG pro tip. You know, I should make a video just talking about a bunch of little tips that people might know about for this game. That would probably be a good thing, huh? Now, again, let's talk about the concept of bloat here, right? This is the exact same thing, right? If we take Magic Scythe, we add Shadow Blade and we add Wind Cutter to our pool, right? If we take Vitality, we add Anger Point and Giant to our pool. If we take Firestarter, we only add Soothing Warmth. And you might think if we take Ritual, we add nothing, but we actually do add a perk here if we take Ritual, because Ritual has a synergy perk with, what's it called? Don't tell me the name, I forget now, shit. Reaper Rounds. Ritual has a synergy perk with Reaper Rounds. All this being said, I would prefer to take this still, though, because Firestarter is more or less... I mean, I guess we do shoot fireballs with this, actually, and the fireballs could do some pretty good damage. Never mind, I'm actually taking Firestarter. We do end up ejecting a million fireballs, which is always fun. There are people out there, if you're trying to get a high kill count build, who do make the claim. I'm not disputing the claim for the record. I'm just not sure if it's true or not. There are people out there who claim that the fireballs, because they knock enemies back from you, they effectively lower your overall kill count. Which, you know, it might not seem very logical. It's like, oh, they're doing damage, they're killing. But a big part about this game is the fact that our gun does way more DPS than these fire shots do. They do way more DPS. So the fact that it's knocking enemies out of our shot range is effectively lowering our DPS. Even though they are adding more damage, the fact that they're pushing them out of the gun range means that we're doing less damage overall. That's like the concept, at least, right? Which is probably true if I'm being honest, right? I've seen god damn it, the boss is here. Shit. I've seen a lot of people post really high kill count builds using Spark, but not using Overload because Overload requires Firestarter, and Firestarter does the thing we just said, right? And I've seen them get like really high kill counts. So there is that. Now, out of all of these options, again, when we talk about the concept of bloat, only one of these adds no bloat and is Soothing Warmth here. Trainer does add the potential for Feed the Beast, but again, Feed the Beast for the millionth time. Still kind of bugged, doesn't work exactly the way we want it to. It's also late in the run for Feed the Beast to be here. Arrow Magic's fine, but I'll just take Soothing Warmth because Arrow Magic doesn't help that much for our build. Because it only shoots a whirlwind every 2 seconds. It's not that big of a deal. Although, I don't know. If we had taken that movement speed perk before, this would actually be really good because we can get Windborn. I'm gonna take Soothing Warmth though. It's fine either way. It doesn't matter too much what we take here. Ooh, this is actually a really tough one. Soul Power gives us a 40% damage increase. Eventually it'll be a 50% damage increase. Which, keep in mind, it's 50% of our base power. So its base power of the gun is 20. That's only a plus 10 damage. But plus 10 damage is sick. We love death rounds. Death rounds is plus 10 damage. This is also plus 10 damage. But In the Wind gives us access to Kunoichi. But it's too late in the run for Kunoichi to be impactful, I'm pretty sure, so I'm just going to take Soul Powered. This is more of an easy guarantee, I feel like. And then here, we already have minus 20 dodge chance, or minus 25% dodge chance because of the tome we took before. So I'm just taking Intense Burn here. Should hopefully help melt the boss line a bit faster. We also have 5 hearts now. So we are at maximum soul heart damage. We get a death rounds into the mix here too. Our shots, it looks like they do like 120 damage, which is pretty wild for how fast this gun shoots. Okay, you're dead. And I was hoping for Tome of Might here, which I'm not seeing it, unfortunately. There's the Tome of Wind. Sure. Why not? It seems like it's pretty net even right now. Maybe it's a little bit better. Maybe it's a little bit worse. I can't tell exactly. But now we can take some movement speed upgrades, and it probably ends up doing way more damage. This might be a secretly really strong perk that I need to take more of to get a better sense of it. You know, there's something to be said about a perk that converts worthless abilities into abilities that are good, I think. Something to keep in mind there. I was really hoping for Tome of Might, though. Tome of Might, if you don't know, it adds a +2 base damage for every heart you have, which we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would have been a lot of extra base damage, right? Would have been very cool. Unfortunately, we don't see it. We'll take Siege here. Siege is good because it has a synergy perk with Fusillade. So that's a pretty solid one. I should be shooting the back shots at you, I think, actually. I think that's more damage per second. Maybe not, I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, the dragon shots actually probably do more damage per second because they're doing like 600 damage per shot. Out of these, you know what? I'll take Arrow Magic now because we have the movement speed upgrade one. I will take that here now. Terry is not. I mean, Terry. It doesn't matter if he dies because Terry's. Oh, Terry. Wait, no. Terry does matter because Terry gives us the Whirlwind, which does give us a movement speed upgrade when we reload, which I think does count into our damage up increase. That's kind of neat. So for a short time after reloading, we should get a little bit of a damage upgrade here. I can't tell if it actually is more damage or not, but it's supposed to be. Technically, in theory, Vitality could lead to Giant, and Giant could lead to the Titan's energy, but we're not going to get into the Smite tree anywhere close to that, I guess. So just give me Eye of the Storm. It's whatever. Although I guess maybe that technically you want to go with what was the other perk there? Those the curse perk. Doom. Doom might be better there because it doesn't add any bloat. Which again, whatever. We're talking about bloat a lot today. Let's do a lap here. Let's collect some experience. Let's see what we got lying on the ground. This is a potential meta build, by the way. I will say. Listen, I love Stand Your Ground here, but I actually think I want In the Wind for the movement speed bonus because this actually gives us a DPS decrease because of the movement speed penalty. Forgot about that when I took the movement speed tome, but this is a buff, so I'll take that. And then Windborn, yo, it's all coming together. We're going so fast. And then out of these, guess I take Electromage. Maybe we get Overload into the mix here somehow. Oh, there's Mini Clip. Love to see a mini clip here. Big damage upgrades coming through. We're doing like 170 damage per shot, and we're shooting 1,000,000 of shots a second right now. This is good. This is good for sure. And then run and gun isn't a move speed upgrade; it's a walk speed upgrade, which is different. But I mean, I guess you can take magic lens here. Magic lens isn't too bad. I assume, you know what? I assume magic lens gets this buff increased by feed the beast. I haven't actually tested this yet. That's something I should test. I should see if feed the beast increases the damage of magic lens. Then I can see back gun builds doing some crazy shit. Yeah, let's try. I'm gonna try that out someday. That should be cool to try. I'm gonna take it here too. But maybe next video is gonna be a crazy spark video because I promise I do that next. And then I think after that, I think I want to do. Maybe a back gun, Lilith back gun probably. Yeah, probably Lilith back gun. I want to see what it can manage. That should be interesting. Not much else going on here. We're sort of at the end of the run, unfortunately. Oh, I should say too. If you're wondering why we picked this map is considered the meta choice if you're trying to get a high kill count, because overall the waves are more dense, more enemies spawn in general, especially in like the early game. There's definitely more density in wave spawns. If you were curious, it's actually pretty close between this and the forest. The only one that's like very far behind as far as spawn rates is the temple. Temple definitely has the lowest spawn rates. You get those waves that have like the big explodey guys, and they usually show up pretty slowly. So yeah. Let me come in here, grab some more experience. I think I'm gonna take Kunoichi here. Yeah. That seems correct to me. And then give me excitement. Another fire rate increase, happy to have it. Run and gun for no bloat, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. I mean, the build's already done basically. We don't have to worry about too much like what else we get here at the end. And yeah. Video's over. Thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna do a couple, maybe. I'm gonna play more of this game in general. I think I'm gonna maybe do some more like non-gameplay videos coming up soon. Like maybe not like guides, but maybe some more like informative videos for the game if you're like a new player. I think that could be maybe fun and cool. I don't know. Whatever. Get me out of here. Have a good one. We're at 22K? 23K. So close. So close to guessing it. But hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you next time. Goodbye.